Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So we are going to get into all of the stuff today. We're going to talk about some real tea that happens as a flight attendant that I wish someone told me ahead of time. So you want 100, we're going to keep it 100 today. And I guess let's just go ahead and skip the intro and get to it. Number 5, I wish people told me how hard it was going to be to find somebody who you can date or be with who understands this lifestyle. You naturally want to be like, oh, well, find somebody who travels all the time because they're gonna get it. But really, you're both traveling all the time that you actually never see each other. So then it doesn't even feel like a relationship anymore. Or you find somebody who's at home more and they end up looking at you like, oh, this is just like a hookup or a fling kind of thing because you're here when you're here and you're gone when you're gone, so they don't want to get attached to that. Or you're deeply in love with somebody and they can accept you. And I mean, me and my husband, like, this is what we do now. We understand the lifestyle, but we had our moments where the adjustment period was really hard too. You can love that person deeply, like so deeply, but then you have to explain to that person why you love them so much, but you want to be away from them. That's really, really tricky. Dating is tough. I mean, relationships in general are tough, and that's not to say, oh, they're not doable. No, that's wrong. There's tons of flight attendants that are married or in relationships or doing their own thing, whatever they want to be doing. It's just a lot harder because your relationship is not going to be a normal relationship. No matter what you want to say about it, it's just not, because there's no normal relationship where someone's gone, I don't know, a third to half the month to more. I mean, it's just not. Number 4, you spend a ton of time alone. I know you have like this impression, and I definitely did that. Oh, you're gonna be traveling the world with friends, you're gonna be meeting people from all over and what have you, but that's not always the case, especially when you have short layovers. What are you gonna go do? You're either gonna be so exhausted, and jet lag is real, even when you're not switching time zones. So you're gonna wanna sleep. You're not really doing a lot, then you're stuck in hotel rooms, or you have crew that doesn't want to go out, which happens a lot. They've already been there, done that, or they have plans and stuff, so then you're stuck by yourself, which is really difficult. And you know what? Loneliness is so real in this job. It's a subject a lot of people will mention, but they won't get in depth on. And I think it's because it's such a sensitive topic. It's a hot topic, and when you're traveling all the time, like, it's tough. It is tough, and it gets to you. It gets to all of us at some point. And you know, as much as we say, oh, well, reach out to me or reach out to this person, or you're there for each other, you understand. I mean, at the end of the day, how many people actually reach out to one another or feel comfortable doing that or don't feel stupid? I mean, I feel lonely all the time, and the number one thing I've learned from this job is independence, but that doesn't mean I don't have moments where I just feel terribly lonely, especially when, in my instance, I'm flying all the time, and a lot of times it's with older crew members, so they don't want to go out, or they're doing their own thing. I got rebased into a city that I don't really know very many people. When I'm not flying, I want to spend time with my husband, so where does that really leave time for friends? Because even people that you fly with that are really cool and you hang out with them one time, a lot of them you never see again, or you're all both traveling all the time. So it's a lonely, lonely career. Number 3, planning ahead is next to impossible. Now, once you have a little bit of seniority, you can plan vacation time, so that makes it a little bit easier. But when you have no seniority, for starters, like when you're on reserve, or even if you're a line holder but you're at the bottom tier, like, you don't know what days you're gonna get off. You don't know what you're guaranteed. You don't really know what you're going to hold at all. So like, if somebody tells me I have a wedding that's in 6 months, well, that sucks, because I mean, I don't even know what the next month looks like, let alone the next 6 months. I mean, I find out halfway through this month what next month looks like. With my company, you can take 2 personal days, but they need to be like legitimate a personal day. After that, you're punished for that. You have some event pop up, well, unless you can find somebody that can trade days with you, and you still have to be legal. So like as a reserve, you still have rules you have to follow to make sure your schedule is legal. So not only do you have to find somebody who can switch days with you, but both your schedules still have to end up being legal at the end of the day. You have to be so flexible in this job, like top tier yoga head cheerleader flexible. Number 2, you will crave stability, like crave it so badly. They say there's no place like home, and there really is no place like home. And whether home is a person or a place or whatever home is to you, you are going to crave that so bad because you're constantly living in a suitcase, going from hotel to hotel to hotel with different people all the time. Everything is a moving part. Everything is constantly changing. I mean, even in the day, you might start with one schedule and then stuff happens and you end up with a completely different schedule than what you thought. Maybe a delay or a cancellation or whatever. Like, stuff happens in this job, and so you're going to crave that so bad. And I was the least person. Like, I wanted no stability. I wanted no structure. I'm such a fly by the seat of your pants kind of person. And then after putting all my stuff into storage and literally living on the road for the last years, I so desperately wanted just a place that I could put my suitcase up. And it wasn't even just like I needed a place to live as much as I just needed a place that I could actually unpack, because I did the crash pad thing when I was first starting out and everything like that. And so you desperately crave even just the opportunity to unpack. And at this point, like, I don't unpack. Like, I'll switch stuff out, but I never truly unpack my suitcase. That just doesn't happen in this life. So you're going to crave that more than anything. So try your best to find something that gives you a little bit of structure, a little bit of discipline to keep your head leveled, because this life is crazy. You will get addicted to this lifestyle when you start it, but you will also crave just a little bit of normalcy as well. And last but not least, and I think it's one of the most important things, is sometimes you have to truly focus on yourself and your mental health and your physical health. There's going to be a lot going on in this lifestyle. Your company expects this of you, and if you have a partner, your partner expects this of you, and you have friends, they expect this of you. Stop and think, how am I doing today? Like, how is Kat doing today? Is Kat good? Is she okay? Is there something I can do better for her? Like, what am I not giving her that she might need? Just listen to yourself. I think as fun as this life is, you have to remember you're important. And people are gonna expect a lot of you, and you're gonna have to explain yourself to a lot of people. People are gonna want your help to do what you're doing. Understand, be humble. Be grateful, because you're in a position that a lot of people are dying to be in, right? You really need to sometimes take a step back, take a breather, and find something for yourself, whether that's meditating, journaling, whether it's taking walks, breathing exercises, therapist, talking to somebody, whatever it is, because all this stuff adds up. It's a lonely life, it's a hard life, it's a taxing life, it expects a lot out of you. Now, the greater risk, the greater reward. So you're gonna have to give a lot and you're gonna get a lot. But don't forget about yourself in the meantime. I hope y'all learned some stuff, and I know, like, this got real, because, like, this is personal stuff. This is personal stuff I feel. This is personal stuff other people have felt, and I wish somebody would have told me this ahead of time so I could go in pre-planned. And I mean, you're only gonna be able to plan so much. I mean, like I said, you can't plan that much ahead. But really know that you're about to gain a lot, but you might lose a lot too, okay? Just focus on yourself, focus on your health, and make sure you put your well-being first, as a first priority in your life. All right, guys, thank you for joining me today. I would love to know if you have something that you wish somebody would have told you before becoming a flight attendant, or before trying to become a flight attendant, or even just before your current job. Like, what is something that you wish in life somebody had told you ahead of time? Maybe just leave me a comment on how you feel about the things that I've said and what your opinion is, because I can only speak for myself. I won't speak for anybody else out there, but these are things that I wish I knew ahead of time. Go ahead and like this video if you like this topic, or if you like topics like this. Subscribe to my channel and turn the bell on. That way you can be notified for all the fun and festivities every time I do post videos. Well, I want to thank y'all so much for joining me today. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, you guys. Bye.